Hello, my name is Joshua Kafour, and today we will be breaking down the post-classical period. So without further ado, let's get right into the news. So the post-classical period can be described as people meeting each other, mostly exchanging ideas and building off of each other, and sometimes exchanging bad things like diseases and plague and destroying each other. So the first theme is trade routes are going to blow up and expand. Like when Islam comes into the picture, the Indian Ocean trade routes are going to blow up. Sub-Saharan trade routes are going to blow up. Silk Road's going to go through is going to blow up also and go through two golden ages, one due to Islam, one due to the Mongols. And the Mediterranean is going to blow up as a result of the Byzantines. The second theme will be that state forms are going to retain some of their period 2 properties and they're going to get some period 3 ones too. By this, we mean that, for example, the Byzantines are going to still have Roman law, but they're going to have to adjust to their situation and they're going to have to interact more than ever with other different governments. And finally, we have increased productivity and its consequences. And this mostly links to the first topic, as in, since there's more trade, there's more productivity, which means you're going to get more resources, and we all love resources. So we're going to put more pressure on coerced labor, such as serfdom and slavery, to get those resources exported. So the first people we'll be dissecting today is the Islam. So remember this, it's important for the AP exam. And this is Muhammad, the father of Islam. The angel Gabriel talked to him and he was told that he was the last prophet. So let everyone know that God still is a thing. So Islam's birthday is in 632 and it's a monotheistic religion. It accepts Abraham, Moses, and Jesus as prophets. It has 5 pillars, and the most important one is the Hajj. And it 7-Eleven and reaches Spain and India. Dar al-Islam means House of Islam. It owns North Africa, Spain, and Al-Andalus, and Al-Andalus is Spain and India. Umayyads start because Ali dies in 661 and to 750, and they introduced the jizya. Their capital is in Damascus. The Abbasids started in 750 all the way to 1258. They're the golden age of Islam. Their capital is Baghdad. They're focused on trade and knowledge, and they do a lot of smart people stuff. And women are treated better because of the Quran, but patriarchy still exists. So harem politics. Battle of Tours in 732. If Charles Martel de France didn't win, Islam would control most of Europe right now because Europe was dumb then. Muslims split in 632, Sunnis and Shiites. Remember the difference between these two buildings. One is a church, one is a mosque. This is the one on the right is in 1450 when the Ottoman Turks take over Constantinople, and yeah. Remember that that Islam likes to make everything geometric, so even their mosques are geometric. This is Islam, all right? These are the trade routes before Islam comes into the picture, and these are the trade routes after. Pretty blown up if I do say so myself. And now we move on to Africa. So, in Africa, we deal with the Bantu migrations, which brings technology and it brings farming techniques and it influences languages and it brings kinship groups, all that good stuff. And bananas are going to make the population go up. Ghana is known for gold and syncretic Islam, and Songhai is an Islamic empire who lose territory to the Moroccans. Mali has Sundayat as the founder, which is basically Genghis Khan, who was banished and comes back to reunite them. Mansa Musa is known for the Hajj, where he pretty much inflates Egypt with gold. The Trans-Saharan Africa, they mentioned the camel saddle, and gold leads to explosion in trade there. In East Africa, we have trades causes city-states to develop, like Mozambique and Bombasa and more. And Swahili is a combination of Arabic and Bantu. This is literally a direct product of trade. Now we're on to the Mongols, and the Mongols are always the exception. So this guy is Genghis Khan. He is the brilliant tactician that we all know him as. So the Mongols are the largest land-based empire. They're religiously tolerant, and they never took Japan and Egypt because, well, they lost a battle which would allow them to control most of Africa. And they had brilliant tactics. They borrowed ideas because they weren't really good at anything except battling, and they led to a great thing. This is them in 1279. Really, really big empire. And this guy is Kublai Khan, who was responsible for this: the separation of the Mongol Empire, Golden Horde. And now we're on to China. So China transitioning to period 3 goes through the Warring States period, and then the Sui comes in, and they're just known for building the Grand Canal. And the Song comes in, and then they have their mini proto-industrial revolution, and they build the compass, the woodblock printing, all that good stuff. Largest cities, they start foot binding, which is patriarchal, and they have Neo-Confucianism, which leads to basically stuff. And we have the Tang, who expands on that, and they have the second golden age of the Silk Road, and they have gunpowder, champa rice, letters of credit, which is basically a bank, and the Ming kick out the Mongols, which was the Yuan, who just were there, and China and Japan has a feudal system. And Buddhism spreads from India to China to Korea. In India, with the Delhi Sultanate, where Muslim was in the north and Hinduism was in the south. This is the Byzantine eagle, the flag of the Byzantines. So Diocletian splits the Roman Empire in half, and then the Western Rome Empire gets jumped by the Germanic tribes, and Eastern Rome turns into Byzantium, which then turns into the Byzantine in 330 to 1453. It's seen to Constantinople because of the Emperor Constantine. There's Hagia Sophia and Justinian Code, and it has a huge influence on Russia. And it really had a really big influence because there's really an alphabet dedicated to the Slavs, and there was dynastic marriages, and the Strait of Dardanelles is a really sweet spot for trade. And the schism of 1054 is pretty important. The Pope and Patriarch excommunicate each other. It separates Christianity into Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholic. The Crusades, they try to unify Christianity because Pope was like, oh no, what happened? And then they failed. But at least they brought knowledge from the Middle East to Europe, which was beautiful. This is feudal Europe, which is basically what happened to Western Rome. So this is what we call the Dark Ages, which is a bunch of dumb white people. We have religion, which prevents Europe from falling apart completely, and it's really decentralized, and manners start to develop, and they're self-sufficient with the three-field system and all that good stuff. The Franks are the most powerful of the Germanic tribes, and it's very, very similar to Japanese feudalism. Black Death puts a stop to feudalism thanks to the Mongols. Europe is lifted from the Middle Ages because of the Crusades, because they brought back knowledge, and the Black Death, which destroys feudalism because people at the top die, so peasants become worth it. Marco Polo, printing press, and this is the social structure of feudal Japan, and this is the social structure of Europe at the time. Not much difference there. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you now have a basic understanding of period 3, and we are here to take any questions you may have.